Alrighty guys, it is Kwame here today, also known as Detective Q, and Dragon Ball Super episode 104 did something to me that really caught my attention. And because of this, I feel like this episode to me is the turning point in the Tournament of Power when you compare it to all of the episodes that have come out before and the direction of the entire arc itself. So without wasting any more time, I'm going to go in depth to this topic and explain everything today. So let's get started. So the first thing we need to talk about is the key reason why episode 104 is different. And the reason I say is because of the fact that there was a big titanic battle that we've all been waiting for. Now, don't get me wrong, we've had a lot of fights in the Tournament of Power so far, like Android 17 versus Ribrianne, Rosie, and Cocoon Cell, and then when Goku and Vegeta fought against the Trio de Dangers in Universe 9, and then when Gohan fought against Obuni. There have been some really competitive fights where people were really trying. But the thing is that we haven't had a titanic battle in the sense where a top tier character that we knew is going to be OP compared to the majority of the fighters in the Tournament of Power went up against another OP character with an OP ability, and we finally got this with Hit versus Dyspo. And I can understand perfectly why the episode made the fight feel so isolated from the rest of the Tournament of Power, because they really wanted to focus in on those two individual characters. And although Dragon Ball Super hasn't really done this so far, I understand exactly why it's very hard to do these types of fights. The key reason is because there are just too many fighters, and there's a big reason as to why this is important. When you have 80 people competing with each other at once, it's very difficult for you to show simultaneous battles taking place. So have you guys ever wondered about the 50, 60, 70 other characters who are fighting each other all at once while you're only watching two people fighting? I mean, doesn't it seem kind of funny that nothing seems to be going on between them until the show decides to just make a character lose? It's like all of these things are going on, but it seems like nobody gets eliminated until the show wants them to get eliminated, and that's the main problem with having so many fighters all fighting at once. And in addition to this, there's also a massive power gap in all of this, and this was something that I honestly feel is inevitable, and I don't blame the arc in any way because of this, because when you have so many fighters, you have to make the majority of them disposable, because if you make everybody OP, and when you have Universe 7 who has 3 to 4 characters that are so much stronger than everybody else on their team, it kind of breaks the playing field. So it's like, okay, well, Goku and Vegeta can wipe out a whole team, but Krillin and Tien can't. So how do we put Goku and Vegeta on the same team as Krillin and Tien? Well, what you have to do is you have to make a lot of the characters a lot weaker so that Krillin and Tien can actually provide some type of use in the battles, and then you make Goku and Vegeta wipe out some of the weak characters, but also have the ability to fight against the uber tier characters that the weaker characters can't. And because of that playing field, it's very hard to have these titanic fights, because these titanic fights are reserved for the strongest characters in the Tournament of Power. And the best thing is that this episode did it mostly with two characters from different universes other than Universe 7, as we saw characters from Universe 6 and Universe 11 going at it, which was the most interesting thing. And although Goku got involved in the fight, I definitely felt that this was more about Hit versus Dyspo than anything else. And that's why I honestly feel like this was a key turning point into the battles becoming much more intense. And because of all of this, guys, I think the best thing that we can look forward to seeing is the fact that there's going to be a lot more fights that are going to be getting better, because the fact of the matter is that because Goku and Vegeta and others have been holding back so much, it kind of reduces the tension of the Tournament of Power. And although the episodes have mostly been good so far, it does make you feel like people are scaling down too much for the competition instead of really trying. And I definitely feel like this is going to continue the level of intensity moving forward in the Tournament of Power. But the video doesn't end here, as I always want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, as the video is an extension of what you guys want to say. And what do you think about the Tournament of Power so far? And do you think episode 104 is an idea of what we're going to be seeing later on in the future? Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, as I always say, to have a great day, guys.